Okay, so
cool.
you guys round the bend to where the alley is, where the Doulahan would be leading to the main
Is it
entrance.
surrounded by cop cars?
Yeah, so you round the bend, and there is a crowd of barbarians who are standing around there. Like, there's a couple of them, like maybe 6 or 7, standing over to one side. And there's none of the other people who live in the area. And there's a couple of follower guards there, like about 8 or so, keeping the crowd in line and checking it. And there's chattering going on. You guys round the bend, and you can see that there is. So you remember when I described that some of the follower guards have what are these things called to go around the necks of priests? Tabards? Is that right? That's wrong.
Wait, are you talking about the thing or
the big
thing
like,
is
stole?
The stole.
Yeah.
So some of the followers guards have stoles that are square at the bottom, and some have some that are triangle shaped at the bottom.
Oh,
The triangle shaped ones are the officers. There's an officer of the followers of Parallax standing in the center of these people, and he's shouting and giving orders. He's like, "All right, everybody, just move back, relax, calm down. The followers are here. This is under control." And the barbarians go, "It's that damn bad magic. We told them he needed to get out of this town." And they're kind of
Have the
agitated.
barbarians always been in, like, they've always, like, said the Doulahan is haunted or something like that?
Oh, yeah, you had that
they,
whole thing.
They totally
Okay.
did say that.
Yeah. Yeah, you remember you talked to that one barbarian?
Oh,
who's
yeah,
tricked?
that's right, because
Yeah.
they hated us from the start.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the follower officer goes, "Everybody just calm down, all right? We'll get to the bottom of this. Obviously, what we know is that some sort of spell went rogue, and the barbarians go, ah!" And he goes, "And we're fixing it." And they're like, you know...
The barbarians just don't like magic in general, right?
Is that true?
They're okay with some magic. And so
okay.
you guys come up to the crowd at that point.
Like, hey!
And the follower officer like turns to look at you and goes, "Yes, I'll get to you in a moment."
I'm Dadriel. I'm the proprietor of this place. What's happened?
The owner is here? And he
yes.
snaps his fingers, and a couple of other follower guards move over towards you.
And his friend.
Okay.
Yeah, and my associates.
No, I'm not even close.
No,
I'm just.
No, I'm
with the
gesturing to
dwarves.
our
yes,
actual
yes, so
associates who are here.
so
They're not the
yeah.
only. This is not about you.
I am
The
in the
dwarf
crowd.
one,
Yeah.
So a couple
me
of
and the
follower
dwarves.
guards come running over, and the door, and they go to grab you by the shoulders, and the dwarves like get in their way, and they go, and they like stand in their
Nice.
way, and the guards like back off a bit, and the officer goes,
It's like there's no need for that. Wait, and I will just go for it. It's like, what happened here? What's going on?
Yes,
so
please tell us.
they come, you guys come striding forward for the crowd. They like part because now the crowd's like watching, right? And so the follower guards go. The follower officer goes, "I'm sorry to tell you this." Actually, he puts a hand up to his chin and he goes, "I'm sorry to tell you this. There's been a terrible murder in your bar."
What? I was gone for only a day. We were on a quest for the Grand Prism itself.
Well, how did this happen? Who died?
So you've been absent.
Yes, we just got back. In
Well,
fact, if you
We've
check
been
with your-
gone for a few days.
Who
yeah?
was tending your bar? Who was
Well-
watching the place? Was it open for business?
Well, it should have been. We have a friend who
We have a couple employees
yeah.
who man the
What are
place.
their names?
Althea is our accountant.
Althea
She tends to live here, and Artok is our
Who's Artok?
like bartender kitchen.
Descriptions.
Artok's
a burly
big,
man,
he's burly, smelly, gets drunk every
bit
night.
dim-witted.
And Althea?
Althea, she's an
slim elf.
beautiful beyond imagination.
Okay, so he lets out this breath,
she's okay.
this long breath, and goes,
Okay,
"All
yeah,
right."
she's alright.
And he calls over one of the orbs, and he turns over, and he gives him. He goes, "Look for a man named Artok bearing this description." He like gives the thing the description, and goes and clicks and snaps, and the orb goes flying off into the sky. And then he goes, "I'm sorry to inform you, but your elf maiden friend has perished."
What?
What?
How?
We don't.
in the crowd. You hear a what?
Yeah, I'm surprised. I thought it was definitely going to be Artok who had
Yeah, I
died.
know, right? Seriously.
I was completely confused.
Wasn't like there a male scream?
Yeah, that's what you heard. We don't exactly know the cause of death quite yet, but suffice to say, it's definitely spell-like in nature.
Wait, where? How? Like, is the body there? Was anything taken?
Maybe it's best you come and see for yourself.
By all means.
Yes.
And so he like leads you in and stuff and opens the door. And so as you open the door, you can see like the main room of the Doulahan and stuff. And you notice instantly that something's wrong because there's a couple of glasses thrown up against the walls. 2 of the tables are flipped over as if somebody bumped into them or was like pushing them over in an effort to escape. And you even notice as you walk in that the door, when you open the Doulahan's door, there's a knob that like opens to the outside and would go up against the wall and kind of hit a clay part of the wall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this time it was opened so frantically and so quickly that the knob slammed into the clay wall and left an indentation.
Oh.
Okay.
So as you stride in, Merek, you're still back in the crowd,
Yeah.
and the dwarves are behind you.
On the outside, I'm gonna look to where I died.
Oh, fell out of the. That's in
Yeah.
the back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it clearly looks like someone entered from the outside in a violent fashion.
No, it looks like something exited from the inside in a violent fashion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because the door opens outward
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, so it swung outward
and hit the clay wall on the outside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you folks stride in, and down the hall that leads to the door.
Yes.
You know, the
Oh,
door.
yeah.
So the door is slammed shut and with the lock on it. And I think before, so I should clear this up. In one of the other episodes, I don't think I mentioned the lock on the door, but the door does have a lock on it, in addition to the runes being around it.
Right, because I tried to peek in the
figured,
keyhole at one
right.
point.
Yeah. Or through the cracks.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that door's
Is it
locked
like a
and the lock is
padlock?
upon it. No, it's like a lock within the door itself.
Okay.
But in the hallway leading up to that, coming just out of a room, is what you think is Althea. So her body is...
Oh my gosh, I
It's
hate
gonna
it
be
when
some
you can't
messed up-
identify the body.
So her body is contorted in various different shapes and manners. Her
geez.
like limbs are bit back in odd positions, and her head is completely twisted all the way around.
Of course it is.
And you notice that going up along her, she's got these weird like pustules and corruptive like holes and stuff in her body and things. Part of her clothing is ripped. It doesn't look pretty at all. And her mouth and eyes are like rolled back and deceased. She's obviously been here for about maybe 12 to 14 hours. So it's recently. So the smell kind of hits you on the way in. I think that's how it works. And
I don't know if there'd be a noticeable smell.
I guess the
after
question is
that
that is she
time,
just
but-
contorted and or does it look like her body's been rendered?
she's contorted, so it doesn't look like she died of like somebody cutting into her. There's no
Okay.
cuts,
Okay.
but she's been twisted completely in multiple different
Okay,
directions.
gotcha.
So as you walk in, the door is slammed shut and fully locked, but the runes upon the door have burned away entirely, or been burned away entirely, and you can see that there are slight scratch marks in certain parts of the door frame where somebody obviously was carving away the runes at specific points.
Oh, crap.
Oh gosh. Just
We
went through-
wrote a
through the
note
door.
and put it on the door.
Right.
I don't think that's. I was gonna keep.
So
It was so
Released
clear.
it.
as you enter inside the bar, as Dadriel steps over the foothold to the bar, you notice instantly that the runes of the door begin to etch themselves back into the door frame.
Only at the moment that I stepped in?
Yep.
Oh.
And the follower officer turns and looks down the hallway and looks at the door and goes, "Huh. Well, that's interesting." And he turns back to look at you.
I am as
What?
surprised as you are.
Yeah, we know that
I'm sure.
we know that the door
No.
runes re-etch themselves, but we didn't know it had anything to do with him.
Perhaps it's tied to the owner's presence.
I think a better question is, why do you have such a dangerous-looking door in your establishment in the first place?
So-
Look, we have no idea.
So
I'll tell you.
You must remember Henslet, who's lived here for forever.
Yeah,
and
who originally opened this
cocks
place.
his head and he goes, "No, I'm afraid I don't."
The burly elf. Gray
Burly
hair.
elf.
So you must remember me.
He's
If you check in your orbs, you know that I grew up here. I've actually been arrested on a couple of occasions. I used to be a street urchin. Up the road.
So he brings an orb over
Yeah.
and whispers, and he talks with it in an unknown language, the same language you hear Lalos use
Yes.
back when you were in the. So he talks with it for a moment and goes, he converses with it and he goes, I see. Yes, arrested for some petty theft.
Yes. So Henslet, the proprietor of this place, took me under his wing, took pity on me. I've been helping him out here, and just a few weeks ago, he had an emergency, and he thought, I had reached a point where he trusted me. I had reached a point of majority. I had made some friends who were adults and who could help me out, and he gave me the bar in trust until he could return. So all of this was here when I arrived, except for a few things we moved in. In fact, both Artak and Althea were people that he had contacted to come work here to help us out.
So you moved in and saw the door and didn't think to ask Hinslet about it?
He had gone by then. By the time...
But he didn't explain its purpose?
He was in quite a hurry. He did not explain many things when he left.
If he was
Indeed.
being pursued or something. along
Back
those
in the
lines.
day when I was working
Pursued.
here and hanging out, every time I would bring it up, Henslet would immediately shut me down.
Pursued by whom?
I have no idea. I wasn't even sure he was actually being pursued. He just seemed to leave very quickly because he thought there was something important.
I see.
But
Apparently the story goes deeper than we thought.
So
Hinslet
when,
is-
when he left, some what did they claim to be founders?
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Showed
some
up.
folks came up and tried to...
Robotic humanoid figures.
He scrunches up his face even more. He's
With-
like, what are
with-
you talking about?
With these horrible, like, imp worm-like things inside them, operating them. It was very strange. I'd never seen anything like them.
You know, in how all those stories when you were growing up, where if the protagonist had only spent 30 seconds to explain, things would have been fixed. But says, no time! I need to spend 30 seconds to explain why I have no time and then I need to leave. That's what Henslet did to us. But here, come with us. And I'm going to lead him and the dwarves down to the basement.
So he waits for a second, just one moment.
There's still
and
a
he,
coffin down there.
and
Don't
he gives it a,
No, we gave the coffin away.
Yeah,
remember?
the coffin and the body are with the follower.
that's
or
right.
with
the
the
followers
keepers.
took those.
The keepers took him. And so, like, he motions ahead, and 3 more guards break off from the crowd and follow him in. And they've got their, like, rifles at the ready.
I see the 3 guards go in.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. I look to Percival. Percival, I need your help.
Does he say meow telepathically?
Yeah.
I need you to do your cat thing.
Lavender bath.
That
I
is the
ain't
cat
doing
thing.
nothing until I get that.
You'll get it, but I need you to make sure that
Oh, no!
our special goods.
I don't think you quite understand what I've been through in the last couple of hours.
Couple of hours?
Yeah. It's last couple of, maybe a day, I suppose. Yes, let's remember the entire thing. I've been up and down a freaky piece of rock formation that I didn't understand anything about. We've encountered a horrifying monster that I frankly don't want to remember. I've had freaky senses of deja vu, which doesn't make any sense to me. And I've somehow jumped through some sort of trans-dimensional warp clothing space, which I think freaked you out as much as it did me.
Yeah, it was
So
very
no,
freaky.
boss, I'm not going anywhere or doing anything till I get my lavender bath.
So you wouldn't want to.
I gotta
Use
admit,
your
the
cat-
freaking
Yeah.
warp clothing
Yeah.
thing was probably a benefit. It'd be like roller coaster Disney for cats, right?
No, cats hate that.
Cats
They-
hate change.
Yeah.
They
Like-
hate anything
like-
that's different.
So if a cat is going on a car ride, you must put them into a carry bag, or they will just freak out. It is dangerous for both them and the owner to have a cat just hanging out in a car.
Cat facts.
Yeah.
I now like cats less than I
Yeah.
did
Like
a few
Yeah,
minutes ago.
right?
Like
Yeah.
They
they'll-
just
they'll
can't. They can't deal.
So they will try and find a spot to hide, and the best spot to hide
It's
in
like
a car
under the.
is
your
behind the accelerator and the brake.
Anyway, so
So you want to, perchance, want to do your cat climbing and take a look at our room to see if our things are still there?
let me think about it. No.
Plus, how is the cat gonna open a chest and get into a sack? It's like he doesn't have opposable
Take a
thumbs.
look. I
It
mean,
makes a lot of sense that Percival wouldn't have the same
Well-
priorities as you.
looks like I'm gonna have to do it.
Okay.
How many guards are watching the door?
5.
Actually watching it?
Well, they're keeping the crowd busy and they're watching.
They're like around there. Yeah.
So, let me know what you want to do in a sec. So you guys start heading back down, and the followers' guards come in with him, and the follower directs them upstairs to go ascend the steps and stuff. And he goes, he talks to him. He goes, "Do one more sweep. If you find any other contraband, come talk to me." And he follows you down into the basement.
Are our rooms locked?
Apparently they got in.
Oh no! I just want to make sure that if the rooms are locked, I will offer to unlock the rooms
Oh.
so they don't smash their way in.
Oh,
you know
I
how
see.
cops are. It's
No,
like,
they can get in.
all right, because I don't want to have to pay for more repairs.
Like, give me a second
right.
to open the door.
Yeah, because I want to be 100% helpful here. I want them to understand that we are the good guys, that
Absolutely.
we are not here.
Yeah.
We are cooperating 100%.
Yeah.
Don't tase me, man.
Yeah.
Hands up, don't shoot. You know, the whole 9 yards.
In cop
right?
violence. Yeah.
Like
okay.
using those little battering ram things is super fun though.
Yes, which is why I think it's unfair because you're like, hey, I know you're cops, you don't have to
Look,
break in,
if
but
I-
it's so fun to break
If I
in.
was like on a SWAT team, I would look for every opportunity to. Use
I know,
the
right?
battering
Exactly,
ram
which
thing,
is so
right?
unfair.
Oh, it's so
Anyway,
cool.
so the follower guard turns to you.
Okay,
The follower
I
officer-
assure you, there is nothing in our rooms that you would. What you want to see is here in the basement, dude. Those guys that like the friend was just
We'll
talking
take
about.
a look, but show us the basement.
Okay, so I lead them down there,
Mhm.
and they're like, so, ignore the wine and potatoes. None of this is interesting. This barrel, this is what you're interested in.
So you guys descend down to the basement,
Yeah,
moving
Yeah,
around
what was in
Alethea's
that
body.
barrel?
The two
Um,
bodies of the founders that are left over.
Oh, the mechanical
Yes.
ones. Yes.
You don't know why the
okay,
followers
yes.
haven't swept this part before. Maybe
Yeah.
the crowd showed up and they got busy or something. But they haven't seen this before. So the follower officer moves over to the barrels
Yeah.
as you unplug them and all that.
So like I pry it open, and it's like,
So he peers over
Check it out.
inside and he goes,
Yeah, I'm gonna take him out and like lay him out.
Yeah.
And he like lifts his hand up, and one of the guards' rifles turns in back into an orb and flies over and coats his hand. Just
Sorry, did you say one of the guards?
yeah,
No.
one of the guards' rifles.
Oh, the rifle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
not one of the
One of
guards.
the sentient
Yeah.
metals.
Ha
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
The
It's
guards
like
are also made of
The big
sentient metal.
reveal.
flies over and coats his hand, and he like reaches down in and starts rifling around into the machinery.
Yeah.
Right? He goes,
So
it's hot to the touch, and he like rifles around.
really, still,
What, he can feel that through the metal?
Mm-hmm.
they've been in there for
Weird.
weeks. I'm surprised that any part of it is still working.
So he reaches around in there and starts fiddling with the stuff and like pulling gears out and stuff and looking. So these are the people that attacked Hinslet.
Yes, these
Yes,
two arrived
right
on the
before he
day
left.
that he fled.
So the thing turns back into an orb. And
They
goes back
they
to the
appeared to
rifle.
have old dealings with him, and they had.
They're driven by these little things called imps, but they don't look like any imps anyone has ever heard of.
Right.
It's the most grotesque misrepresentation of the word imp I've ever seen in my entire life.
We'll have to consult our people for this. And he snaps his fingers, and the two guards move over and work to like lift the barrels up.
And they have no arms, so I don't know how they operate. They're like the Veggie Tales, only evil.
So the officer
Telepathic
turns,
link, of
the
course.
officer turns towards you and goes, "Let's go back upstairs."
Oh, by all means.
All right.
Anything
should we
to
put
do
these
that.
back in the barrel for safekeeping?
I
What,
am
the parts?
Yeah,
They're
or do
all
you-
in the parts. The guards picked up the barrels and are carrying them.
Okay,
I-
they're
Oh, so
taking
they're
them into
taking-
evidence.
yeah,
That's
okay.
fine.
I have
I'm okay with that.
formulated a plan.
Oh,
Okay.
excellent.
I am currently hidden in the crowd. There are only 5 guards, and it's a pretty large crowd, right?
Uh-oh.
So the best way for me to get to the room
By flying.
would be to create a commotion. Now,
Okay.
people are scared because magic stuff is going on, correct?
Yup.
So,
Oh, if you
how do you
stab that
think-
little girl.
How do you think they would react to, say,
A massive explosion.
frogs raining from the sky?
Might not be good. Might cause a mass panic.
Might cause a mass panic, which is just what I need.
Okie dokie.
I just...
Merek, high intelligence, low wisdom.
That's exactly what... There's no wisdom stat. I can be whatever
No,
wisdom I want.
personality is wisdom.
Personality is basically
Essentially.
wisdom rolled into charisma. Anyway,
Yeah, I don't have a lot of that.
That's fine.
So I just take little rock, magic missile at the rock,
boss, what are you doing? Okay.
30 feet around me. Frogs rain from the sky.
Where'd you roll there, buddy?
An 18.
A high
16.
roll.
Oh no.
I can't. I said
Wait.
I rolled too
16.
high.
16.
Plus
Magic missile
plus
is not one of those
5.
spells that let you choose a lower result.
What do you mean?
He
He still gets the
Oh, wow.
bonus thing of the frogs, though, right?
Yes.
But
But in addition,
Does it blow your hand off?
4 missiles fly.
What were you shooting at?
He said he was
Rock.
like.
what
swinging
was your
a rock.
manifestation?
Daggers.
Okay.
This is gonna be real inconspicuous.
Well, okay, I got the big cloak, right? I'm trying to like.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Maybe someone next to me will notice, but I'm like in.
The little
So
girl standing next to you, her head's blown off.
so you like point the things out and aim at the rock, and of course it hits because it's magic missile. So the daggers go and fly out of you, bolts of energy, and they just obliterate the rock, just turn it to dust, just and it's a small pebble. And one of the barbarians like turns over and goes, "What in the?" And then at that point he like, "Ribbit," and it like bounces off. He goes, and he looks down
Oh,
at the
it's one of
frog,
those slow motion things.
Yeah.
That starts off with a feeling.
and he like turns his head and he does that like. And looks down at it, and he sees another frog just fall down and hit. And the people
5
are like,
barbarians are gonna dogpile you.
and there's a whole bunch of frogs that suddenly just start pouring down from the sky, and people go, it's a curse! It's a curse! And they like freak out and throw their hands up and start running back and forth. The barbarians go, out of our way! And then like one of them runs over to one of the guards and just punches him full on in the face. And just brings him down. And the guards go, get back! And they lever some of the rifles at them and then begin shooting at them. And just
Are these people jumping
So,
into the
actually,
canals and
Look
stuff?
what you've done. The death of innocence.
because we've never fired a follower rifle before. So when they fire the rifles, it doesn't make a cracking sound. It's just this.
Ooh.
Yeah,
And it's energy?
it's not energy. There's a small little pellet that flies out, but there's no explosion.
Oh, there's a force moving the bullet.
Yeah, it's
but-
magic.
But there's no like
Right.
combustion reaction
Right.
to do it.
So it goes, and they start filing. A couple of the barbarians go down, and the other ones like
Whoa.
charge into the crowd and start rampaging around. You have created mass chaos. Like people are getting punched. It's a full-on brawl. Like you see some like older people go down with busted teeth.
Oh,
in
so
one
innocent
part.
people are being harmed and killed.
Yeah, and Percival goes, "You psycho!
We need to get to the room.
Well, then you better get running. So this isn't for nothing."
Yeah.
That's what
And I'm
consortium
going.
humans will do.
Okay.
Turn evil. Dark side.
So you like run through the followers and everything.
Well,
Give me-
I mean,
How are you
I
getting
want
in?
to try. Well, okay, so I've got the cloak around me, right?
Yeah,
I'm gonna go sideways and have the cloak try and meld with the
Would
stone.
you mind
Okay,
closing the blinds?
give me a reflex save at
Let me
plus
get better
4.
light.
An additional +4.
Yeah.
That right there's 21.
Okay, so you make it through the crowd, no problem at all.
Oh wait, no, sorry, 19.
That's fine. You make it through the crowd, no problem at all. You get hold up and run along the side, and the cloak doesn't meld because you're moving.
Of course. Yeah.
But people don't
Yeah.
notice it's you because you at least have a cloak up in front of your face. And in the so there's one follower guard near the door, and he like turns and he goes, "What in the?" And then this barbarian fist just goes and like knocks him down and slams him up against the wall. So you like run in and run inside. So as that happens, you guys are inside and you're just coming back up the basement steps, and the officer turns and looks outside and he goes, "What in the? Everybody stand down!" And he like sends this orb forward, and the other ones turn them into orbs and they go flying forward. And there's this loud bell chime that just goes off around everybody in the crowd, and people start like dropping and falling asleep. And just like
Ooh.
falling aside and down. So you worm your way into the door and slip inside just as he sends his orb down the hallway. So you're like, so the hallway's like here and the door's here. So you just ran right past him as his line of sight came upon you. So you're like up against the side of the counter as he comes around the corner.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so he doesn't quite see me yet,
Yes.
but I have time to stand still
Right,
and hopefully melt.
right, exactly.
I do that.
Make a hide check.
That's a 10.
Yeah, doesn't see you at all.
Wow. So lucky.
Disadvantage of not having my DM screen. Okay,
I thought you said you had your DM screen.
not
No,
with me
he
today.
left it.
Oh.
So-
Oh, it's all one package.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
need something?
I actually probably need a folder, yeah. Anyway, so you meld into the side of the thing. You guys see him, though. Jovan and Dadriel see him, and the dwarves might notice you. And it's incredibly obvious to you guys exactly why the frogs rained down.
Yeah, because we've
Oh,
seen this
they
many,
can
many
see the
times.
frogs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, you can
I,
see-
I guess,
there's
I
a
guess
hu-
it's
there's a
the
huge
classic,
window.
like, he runs out, I hide, and a frog just kind of hops into the store.
No, well,
Or
like,
the
there's a
inn.
huge window leading outside, and the
Oh.
door is open, so they can see people punching each other and falling asleep.
Oh,
Like,
jeez.
I will swear out loud. My character does, but I can't.
Yeah.
Because basically, number one, I see what's going on, and I go, "Oh my god!" First of all, he's screwing the pooch here because there's literally 5 guards upstairs searching our rooms right now, so they're not going to be distracted at all by any of this.
But
There's
there are 3 upstairs?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn
Yeah.
it.
there's like 5 guards here, right on the main floor, and we're standing right here. And now, and I'm going, I hope he realizes that he just stand there and hide, because if he does anything, he's gonna be seen, and everything we've done to be cooperative is gonna go out the window.
I can't believe Merek did this. It's like he doesn't value human life or
He
something.
just doesn't value our human lives.
Anyway.
I just
Wait, are you
don't.
human?
I just don't understand.
Okay, I
We're all
keep thinking you're an
humans.
elf
We're
for
all
some
humans.
reason.
Yeah, we're all humans in like a
Oh,
human
that's right. That was
base.
the
No,
surprising
I
part about
decided
this
to not
fight.
go elf because elves you have to go the demon route.
Oh,
or it's
right.
like you don't have to, but it's kind of like ham-handed.
Gotcha. Okay.
Whereas for this one, I wanted to try and go like no deals.
Right. So the follower officer, like, looks at all of its chaos and goes, "All right, we're shutting it down. I'm sorry. I was going to do this anyway. It's a necessary thing. Our guards will stay in your bar for 2 weeks while we conduct an investigation of the surrounding neighborhood.
Is that
You
2
are an
weeks?
inn as well, right?
Yes,
We
yes.
are.
You,
As long as you
one-
like pay for lodging, so to
No, no. We understand. This
And he
is
turns
this
towards
is,
you
a-
and goes,
this is quite a big
This
deal.
is official business of the followers of Parallax.
I'm sorry. My friend Jovan is from out of town. He doesn't
we
understand.
we
the
don't have
principles
very
here.
high profit margins. I mean,
You know what?
You should have perfect profit margins under our leadership.
This is
we're
a
not good at this business. Let me tell you.
Apparently not.
no. I promised Henslet that I would offer 100% cooperation. I would leave his bar as good as he delivered it into my hands. You have 100% our cooperation.
Okay.
You can shut it down. You will have the best rooms. You will have full access to every crack and corner of this. If you want to go into the room of weirdness, please by all means. But
You can be
assure
assured You can be assured we'll be investigating that.
All right.
And he
Look, I look forward to helping you with the investigation, or aiding you in any way I can
I'm
with
sure.
my clerical powers.
You think probably the only reason that didn't blow up into something more is because you're so good at talking to people.
Yeah.
So he like stares you down a couple of times and goes, "This is a headache I do not need. All right, quell the, and he gives his orders to his guy, like, quell the riot outside, get out there, I'll go see what they found upstairs, you know, so he's about to, like, ascend the steps.
I go with him because I want to assure him that I am 100% as much of a sycophant as possible.
Right.
So if he goes upstairs, I will follow him up and says, please, like,
Right.
I will make sure that...
Daedra, I'll be outside. I gotta clean up this mess.
So as you're about to go
I
out,
gotta heal some people.
as you're following
Alright.
him upstairs, he goes, no, you stay down here. I'll look on my own.
All right, fair enough. Like, if you need anything, some of the rooms might be locked. I want to make sure you don't have to break in. I have keys.
We won't.
All right.
And he, like, ascends the steps. So now you guys are alone in the room with Merek right there up against the bar.
Can we stand someplace near where Merek is so that we can kind of like
Block him?
Block him so that they don't go, hey, who's this wizard standing here trying to look hidden?
Wait, did we see Merek come in?
Did they let him out or did they force him to stay?
You
in the
guys
bar?
saw him come in, yeah.
Wait,
No,
yeah,
they
did let
let-
me out into
they-
the crowd
they let
to-
you out.
to go help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
They don't-
I
they don't-
just want to go like conduct some healing on this.
Right.
Think.
Okay. So, yeah. So, Jovan's about to head outside to deal with this. So, most of the crowd has been put to sleep by the orbs, but the barbarians are all just, when the orb flies over them to cast sleep and stuff, they kind of wrinkle their noses at it. And the orbs have to,
They
like,
aren't affected.
they have to hit them a couple of times before, like, one of them goes down.
Is that just because of their like naturally high constitution, or
Maybe. They're just struggling through it. They're just like, "Rrrr," and then, like, move one of the orbs aside out of the way, and they look like they're going to march up to the guards and start just, like, pummeling them. And the guards aim their...
look, friends, calm yourselves.
And they both turn to look at you and go, what?